if I had an issue or if I was feeling
Peers.
down, I had I had guys to prop me up, and they had me to prop them up. Whenever one of the guys was down, there was two of us that were right there. And believe me, that's a hell of a support group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where was your support group?
That's a good question. Business ownership carries a lot of great things, but there are some burdens, right? When you brought up the story of Mick, Mick was always up, always optimistic.
Yep.
Every day he wasn't optimistic, I can assure you that.
Right.
There might have been 2/3 of the times he wasn't optimistic, but you thought he was. So there's a degree of, I hate to use the word act in, but you've got to be on as an owner. They've got to believe that the future is brighter tomorrow than it is today, right?
Yep.
To answer your question, who is my support network? As an owner, you don't want to burden the people that are working with you or for you, right? You just don't. But you got to have somebody or you're going to explode. So, yeah, you're right.
Well, let's not forget, you were their support mechanism, too.
That's right. So you carry those responsibilities. Number one, you've got to make payroll, right? When you're running a business and when you're responsible for it, it's not just there's a lot of mouths that are being fed from the business that you're running, whether you've got one employee or 50, right? Business owners have to find a support network. That could be their spouse. It could be good friends. It's better if they can relate to their business. You don't need emotional support, although that's important. Mm-hmm. You need practical, hands-on, business-oriented support. There's a lot of ways you can get that. You can build an informal network. There's also formalized networks. You can pay whatever it is, $1,500 a month. Young Presidents Club. There's one organization. The Entrepreneurial Network, Vistage, where they bring together CEOs once a month and they do issue processing of different issues. Those things can help. But what you really need is the one term, kitchen cabinet of advisors. So who do you go to when your back is up against the wall as a business owner that can help you with this topic? And let's just say that's a financial topic. And then over here, you've got an HR, human resources, sales issue. Who's your kitchen cabinet of advisors that you can turn to for that? Mm-hmm. So outside of the business, you want to have a strong network. And I'm amazed. When I write blog posts, every now and then I just put something out there to see if anyone's listening or to see if anybody wants to take me up on it. I'll publish my cell phone number.
A tickler.
A little tickler. Yeah. I'll publish my cell phone number and say, text me and set up a time to talk with me if I can help you in any way.
Sure.
And why do I do that? Well, I got an hour and a half commute back to North Jersey 3 days a week. And at 4 a.m. or 4:30, I'm coming here. So I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to kind of use office hours, so to speak, in my car going back north? Over 3 years, 2 people have taken me up on that. Now, that might just mean that 2 people have noticed that I've done that. So it tells you something about hard to get your name out there. But I think generally, business owners are a pretty prideful bunch. Mm-hmm. They don't like to, I hate to generalize, but there's a group of them that don't like to ask for help. You've got to ask for help. You've got to you got to be humble enough to ask for help, or you might just implode. Number one, from a psychological standpoint. From a practical standpoint, you don't know everything, right? I've got a pretty core skill set in sales, marketing with an operational and financial feel. But there's a lot of, I don't know more than I do know. So who's going to help fill in those gaps? You got to have a strategy for that. Because the grind and the adversity can wear you down. You got to have a support network. And it's probably got to be outside of your business.